Good morning. My name is Edward Burlbaugh. Some of you know me as president of the board of Wellspring, and I appreciate every one of you being here today. Today we do have a special guest speaker. We'll introduce her later, but we have a few announcements to start with. Early Birds meets every Sunday morning at 9:30. We do that by Zoom, and some of us meet here in person in the social hall. So you're welcome to join us. We have the link in our weekly email, and it's on our website as well. So our speakers for February, we have Reverend Uki MacIsaac today, and next Sunday we have Jean Geringer. So yes, we have discovered that we have a bounty of qualified speakers here at Wellspring. Abundance as well. Our Thursday evening group continues, meeting on Thursday nights. 7 o'clock, we meet in the social hall and on Zoom. So you're welcome to join us. Talk to me or Cleona, and we'll get you the log-on coordinates. Most recently, we've been doing some it's videos. It's basically works from Edgar Casey. And of course, they are not the original videos. And then after we watch sometimes 30 to 45 minute presentation, then we have usually a lively discussion after that. So you're certainly welcome to join us. Our March-April Science of Mind magazine is available in the bookstore. And check with Judy Bethman to give her your payment. And lastly, our prayer team remains ready to serve and support you. You may submit a prayer request via our webpage, or we have forms in the back here, and fill it out with your request and give it to me, and I'll carry it with me to our weekly prayer meeting at Tuesdays at 4:15. And what we like to suggest is if you've submitted something to the prayer request, you might sit in your quiet space at about 4:15 as we pray with you. Because we know that the power of prayer and spirit knows no limits, either time or space. So we settle in, knowing that Spirit is all there is. And we invite and acknowledge and affirm the presence of Spirit right here, right now, in this sanctuary, knowing that we are Spirit-led, Spirit-guided. So we allow that to just fill our bodies, fill our hearts, fill our minds. We know that all is unfolding in perfect divine order. The very best is available to each and every one of us. So we hold this consciousness for ourselves and for our speakers and our musicians, for one another, for the community. And we know that this energy spreads throughout our city, throughout our beloved country, and throughout this magnificent world, into the cosmos and beyond. So we give thanks for this time that we have together, knowing that all is well in the kingdom, and so it is. So now, if you're able to stand, help us sing our song of joy. It's Love Binds Us All. Most of you probably know it, but we have plenty of room for everyone to sing out and make a joyful noise.
Here we stand united. Here we stand hand in hand. Sisters and brothers in this land and others, one prayer we raise in song. Love binds us all, heart to heart to heart. Love binds us all in song. One prayer is all, one prayer for all the world. We are one, love binds us all. Now we raise our voices and our hearts all as one. One heart, all nations, all people in spirit. One prayer we raise in song. Love binds us all, heart to heart to heart. Love binds us all in song. One prayer is all, one prayer for all the world. We are one, love binds us all. We are one, love binds us all.
You may be seated. Please join with me in reciting our vision, our mission, and our affirmation. So first, our vision: to elevate spiritual consciousness in our world. Our mission: to support individuals' spiritual quest through celebration, study, counsel, loving fellowship, and service. And our affirmation: this month we remind ourselves that all love begins with divine love. We acknowledge and affirm that divine love is continually expressing itself through us, as us, and with us. We lift all as we extend this love to those we meet, and so it is. Very good, and now we have our guest musician, Doug Adams. Hey, welcome back, Doug.
Of grace, forever safe in the arms of love, like a child receives protection from a father's warm embrace. We are held in the hands of grace. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe from the heart of God. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe from in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a father's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection From a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace.
Thank you, Doug. And you know that, don't you? We are held in the hands of grace. Well, the theme for today is probably love. So I'm going to read from this book called This Thing Called You by Ernest Holmes. And this is chapter 16. The law of the Lord is perfect, and the law of the Lord is love. You are made perfect in the law when you enter into conscious communion with the love. Love is a fulfillment of the law. That is, it is only through love that the law can fulfill itself in your experience, because love harmonizes everything, unifies everything. It gives to everything, flows through everything. You can never make the most perfect use of the law of your life unless that use is motivated by love. As the artist weds himself to beauty, imbibing the essence or spirit of beauty, that it may be transmitted to the canvas or awaken the cold marble to living form, so you must wed yourself to love. You must imbibe its spirit. This love is more than a sentiment. It is a deep sense of the underlying unity and beauty of all life, the goodness running through everything, the givingness of life to everything. You are to know that good keeps you in perfect activity, surrounds you with love and friendship, and brings the experience of joy to everything you do. You are to impart an atmosphere of confidence and faith which uplifts and enlightens everything in your environment. It is only as you live affirmatively that you can be happy. Knowing that there is but one spirit in which everyone lives, moves, and has his being, you are to feel this spirit not only in your consciousness, but in your affairs. You are to hold conscious communion with this spirit in humanity. In a hand clasp, you can feel its warmth and color. In the exchange of thought, you are to feel the presence of the divine. You are to sense it in everything. You are united with all. You are one with the eternal light itself. The presence of spirit within you blesses everyone you meet, tends to heal everything you touch, brings gladness into the life of everyone you contact. Therefore, you are a blessing to yourself, to humankind, and to the day in which you live. That's pretty powerful. You know, before I introduce our speaker, I just want to mention that those of you who know, in his early years, Ernest Holmes was very focused on the law. And it wasn't until his later years in writing and speaking that he began to incorporate the love into that. And I believe he even said at one time that I kind of wished I'd brought love into it earlier on. So the law we think of as sort of the Grim Reaper type of thing sometimes. Anyway, today we have making her semi-debut here at Wellspring. And I say that because we had a few weeks ago that our speaker was unable to finish their talk, and Reverend Uki stood up and finished speaking, just, off the cuff, just like that. So now we have her first formal talk. So let's read a little bit more about her. She's an intuitive counselor and spiritual psychic. Through her gift of clairvoyance, she empowers her clients to integrate their spiritual purpose and live a fuller, more meaningful life. Having overcome life-threatening illness more than once, her mission is to teach, heal, and inspire others to heal themselves by connecting to the power of spirit within. As an ordained minister, she has been serving as guest minister at several spiritualist churches for over 30 years. In addition to her intuitive readings, she also offers past life regression and soul retrieval. She is available to officiate at spiritual ceremonies such as weddings and funerals. She now lives in Las Cruces after 40 years in San Diego. And with her husband, they offer quarterly meditation and angel message events. In her own words, "My life is my ministry, and nothing has ever happened to me that was by mistake. I can see the hand of God in the many twists and turns that my life has taken, and I am so blessed to walk the path of service and passion as I do the work I love." So with that, let me bring up Reverend Uki MacIsaac.
Thank you. Good morning and happy day after Valentine's. Whoops. This just doesn't want to stay up, does it? So, since we're so close, is this too much? Oh, there we go. Sounded a little loud. So, on this day, just after Valentine's, I want to start with a very simple question. What does your heart look like right now? Not what it was in the past, not what it looked at your best, now, today. So maybe your heart looks and feels a little bit like this. It's sort of soft, squishy, maybe a little mended at some point, but it's tender, all right? But maybe your heart looks a little more and feels a little more like this. This is pretty rigid. I mean, it's a beautiful heart, yes? But it's very protected, holding back. Less flexible, but still a beautiful heart. I'm not here to tell you which one is better. But I want us to notice, just notice. Because love doesn't begin with fixing ourselves. It begins with being present and honest. We talk about love a lot. Oh my goodness. I actually even looked up the origins of Valentine's Day. I mean, it has like a long, long chapter. And but it also really coincides with other significant dates. And this is totally off script here, but I like to improvise. So, for example, the Shivaratri starts tonight. That's a very, very important event in the Hindu philosophy. Then next week, in Chinese astrology, the year of the fire horse starts. In Germany, it's the beginning of a very traditional carnival. So it's all coming together. I think it has something to do with maybe chasing the winter out, but it's a special time of the year. So we talk about love. We sing about it. We yearn for it. Love, love, love. On Valentine's Day now, it's about roses and cards. Gary wrote me a beautiful poem in just a lovely card. But see, the word itself is very vague. We use that word towards a partner, a life partner, and for chocolate cake. So I used to be a linguist, and what fascinated me is how different language is expressed and perhaps struggle with the word love. After living in US for many years, I once tried to say something to my mother that to me by that time felt completely natural in English, but I said, "Ich liebe dich." And my mother looked at me, "What? What did you just say?" Because in Germany, this expression is completely reserved for lovers in a romantic way. We don't say this to our family members. What we say is, "Ich hab dich lieb." So the word Liebe, lieb, is there, but it's almost impossible to translate that because it could be like, "I hold you in love," or "I hold you in my heart, I'm connected to you." So isn't it interesting? It just didn't sit with her at all. But it's a warm and soft way of expressing. So love is sometimes truer when it doesn't try to prove itself. Isn't that the case? The ancient Greeks noticed this too. And they decided that one word isn't enough for the countless expressions of love. So they came up with not definitions, but ways that love expresses itself. They named them. Of course, first there is Eros. Yay! Eros, the kind of love that's charged and magnetic, that wakes us up in the middle of the night, that makes us see the world through rose-colored glasses. And congratulations to our newlyweds. You are completely entitled to wear pink glasses now. So this love is powerful, it's beautiful, but it doesn't really make us wiser. Eros isn't wrong, it's just intense. Then there is philia, the love of friendship. It's a quieter love. It says, "I see you, I'm here." It's steadier than Eros. Many of us are here today because of that kind of love. Community, connection, spiritual resonance. And then there is agape. This one is tougher to talk about because the moment we say it, it may sound a little idealized. Unconditional love. Well, agape is love without a contract. Love that isn't trying to get something back. But honestly, I don't think we can live in agape all the time. We visit. And when it happens, we feel an expansion of our innermost self. But we're human, and if we were angels, we'd grown wings by now. So sometimes we visit briefly, sometimes when we surprise ourselves. What's helping me is not trying to evaluate which kind of love is better. By the way, the Greeks had even more definitions, but I won't go into that. But to simply notice what kind of love is present now. We often think of love as something we feel, but I've come to see the heart as something much more than emotional. It's discerning. It knows when something is true and when something is forced. There is that still voice in the heart, yes? And sometimes the most loving thing we can do is let the heart soften enough to just breathe again. Not all the way, not perfectly, just enough. There was a time when I thought that loving others meant pushing myself aside. And I've learned, not always the easy way, that love that never receives eventually hardens. Love needs circulation. It needs giving and receiving, that exchange, that balance. Breath in, breath out. Self-love is not selfish, contrary to what some of us may have been raised to think as. I think of it in the notion of we have to refill the well. Otherwise, when the well is empty, we have nothing to give. So, self-love is what keeps love alive. I want to share a short story that I've had for quite a while. Not because it tells us what to do, but because it asks something of us. This is a story from India about the nature of a true lover. One day there was a royal parade through town. Mahuchna, the village fool, saw the princess in the procession and fell in love at first sight. He became so intoxicated with his love for her that he did nothing but sing her praises all the time. Eventually, the king was told about it. There's somebody out there who won't quit singing your daughter's praises. He doesn't want anything else, and he doesn't think about anything else. Deeply touched, the king declared, I hereby issue a royal decree. All merchants must give this fellow whatever he wants. I'll pay the bill. I want to keep him alive. When they heard the news, a few unskilled, unscrupulous young men started to imitate Mahuchna, singing the princess's praises. They would go to the merchant and ask for things, food, clothing, supplies, and they got what they asked for. But soon it got back to the king that there were 20, 30, now 40 men, all claiming to be Mahuchna, all singing about the princess, and all subsidized according to the king's decree. When the number of Mahuchnas reached 100, the king finally said, this won't work. Send out a crier, make a national decree. Anybody singing my daughter's praises after dawn tomorrow will be beheaded. Next day at the crack of dawn, there was only one voice singing her praises, Mahuchna. That's the only lover there is, the one who doesn't care what the personal cost is. I'm getting my angel bumps here. So, I don't see this story as an invitation to sacrifice ourselves. That's not the deal. I hear it as a question, a metaphor. What do we love enough to stay present for, even when it costs us comfort? I've been thinking lately about the Tibetan monks. I think they have just arrived in Washington after a march of over 2,000 miles from Texas, every day, wind and weather. I don't know if you followed their journey on social media, but and at the end, thousands of people were with them. And there are very moving photos, if you check out Facebook or other social media, of how they encounter others and how this is love expressed. Yes, they walk for peace, but in their sacrifice, their comfort, some of them walk even almost barefoot, hard to believe. But, that to me, I'm not going to walk 2,000 miles, and probably you won't either. But it's not, and it's also not a statement against anything. It's a statement for peace, for love, for understanding. Love expresses itself differently in different lives. For them, love looks like walking. For most of us, love looks quieter. It may look like staying present with someone who's struggling. Choosing compassion when it would be easier to harden. And in this challenging world right now, we have to really be aware of not letting our hearts harden. It won't help. Love doesn't ask us to suffer more. It asks us to be sincere and to let our hearts stay open in the way that are actually ours. Passion is not limited to eros, to love. Passion belongs to meaning. We feel passion when something calls us out of indifference. When what we're doing matters enough that we're willing to show up, not perfectly, but sincerely. Passion can look like devotion or curiosity or commitment. It can look like staying with a difficult conversation instead of turning away, or caring for something fragile, a person, a place, a truth, without needing applause. When passion is connected to meaning, it doesn't wear us out. It steadies us. It gives direction. It keeps us grounded and accessible. So maybe this Valentine's weekend isn't about perfect love, with the exception of you guys. Maybe it's about an honest heart, one that can feel and rest and open when it's ready. If your heart feels soft today, honor it. If it feels protected, honor that too. Love isn't asking us to be different than we are. It's asking us to be present, here, now. One of my favorite poets, Rumi, I'm sure you're familiar with Rumi. So I have a few quotes from him that so perfectly illustrate this. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Whew. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. There are 1,000 ways to kneel and kiss the earth. Speaks to my heart immediately. And one more. You know what love is? It's all kindness, generosity. Disharmony prevails when you confuse lust with love, while the distance between the two is endless. He knew that already. All these things shall love do unto you, that you may know the secrets of your heart. And one more by Rabindranath Tagore. I hope I said it right. Love is the only reality, and it is not a mere sentiment. It is the ultimate truth that lies at the heart of creation. I think that mirrors what you read about Ernest Holmes' statement, at the heart of creation. And for now, for a little closing, I would invite you to close your eyes for a moment. And let's just take a quiet moment together, breathing in and breathing out. May we bless the hearts we carry today, not as we wish them to be, but as they truly are. May the hearts that feel soft be honored in their tenderness. May the hearts that feel guarded be honored in their wisdom. May we remember that love does not demand perfection, only presence. May love circulate freely in giving and in receiving, in speaking and in listening. And as we leave this place, may our hearts breathe a little easier and recognize themselves as part of a greater love that holds us all. And so it is. Thank you. More music? Do I come down or stay? Good job. Thank you.
Edward, you gonna join me on the tambourine? You smile when you're happy, smile when you're sad. to stay steady in a headwind, and calm when you're mad, to be forgiving to those around you. The good Lord looks for such. As you do for yourself, you can do for someone else. It don't cost very much to help the wanderer by the wayside, the elder across the street, to be careful but kind to strangers, to speak politely to those you meet, to the blind man and give him glasses, to the crippled man give him a crutch. As you do for yourself, you can do for someone else. It don't cost very much. It don't cost very much to place a gentle touch, to give a glass of water to a pilgrim in need of such. Well, you may not be an angel, and you may not go to church, but the good that you do will all come back to you. It don't cost very much. Yes, the good that you do will all come back to you. It don't cost very much.
So now it's time for our offering.
Blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful for all that we have. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful for all that we have. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful. We are so blessed.
Well, Cleona, thank you for standing there. And thank you, Doug, for blessing these offerings, because we know that we are a tithing organization and we put 10% of everything that we receive out to the greater community. And as the song goes, we are so blessed. And so it is. Okay. Thank you, Cleona. Just take it to the back. Give it to Brenda. Yeah. All right. Our updated church directories are now available in the social hall. So I wanted to mention that there are a number of folks who have contributed to this production today. Today I'm going to start at the back with Brenda, who's been dealing with all of our tech issues. And Jim, who's been on the camera. Thank you. And Cleona, who brought up the offering. And then we have our musicians, Doug and Edwin on the tambourine. Yeah. And our beloved speaker. Thank you. So we thank you for joining us here in the sanctuary and on Zoom. So if you want to stay in on Zoom after the service and visit with one another, you can, or just whatever strikes your fancy, let's put it that way. The rest of us are going to go over to the social hall where we'll have a little bit of coffee and snacks and lots of socializing. So it's wonderful. So now please stand if you're able and read with me the benediction, and then that will be followed by the peace song. So Spirit in the midst of us is mighty. Joy, peace, and eternal life are our true nature and flow through us into the world, and so it is. If you want to join hands around the middle of the sanctuary, that's great.
Now there is peace on earth, and it has begun.